It is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! As we get to continue on with another round of the YCS Fall Cup with Phantom Knights versus Zodiac. I'm here with TJ.
How's it going, guys?
And of course, I get to start off going first. I'm going to normal summon Zodiac Rapier using its effect, allowing me to send one Zodiac card from my deck to the graveyard. My card of choice is going to be Zodiac Ram, and then immediately using the Zodiac Rapier for an Exceed summon into Zodiac Vorbo, I'll be able to start with some combos. Are you ready, TJ?
I'm very excited for this match. It's great to see Zoo back, and I'm happy to be playing PK.
Oh man, Phantom Knights is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and Exceed summon into Zodiac Hammer Kong, and then immediately after the Hammer Kong, I will be making Zodiac Chakanine, detaching one material from the Chakanine. I will be able to spell summon a Zodiac monster to my side of the field in Zodiac Hammer Kong that was once material. Now this is starting to be really, really cool, but before we go a little bit further, let's talk about the YCS Cup. The YCS Fall Cup is a 8-man bracket determined by you guys, the players, the watchers, the viewers, and I want to thank everyone for taking part of this. It's been really fun being here with you, TJ.
Yes, it's been amazing playing these games with you.
Man, it's awesome. And if you guys want to see even more YCS Fall Cup footage, then go ahead and check out the playlist. It's amazing. So, making the Zodiac Tiger Mortar, I will use its effect to be able to attach a material to the Hammer Kong, and now I'll be able to make the Zodiac Trident on top, which basically means that Zodiac Hammer Kong's its effect is negated since it was summoned through the effect of Chakanine. It will be able to negate its effect of detaching on the end phase. Next turn, it will be live, being able to protect my Zodiac Trident. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to be able to target.
Yes, this is it's not like a super scary board, but it's still something that I have to get over. It's not like detrimental, but it's there. It's prevalent.
It's good, yeah.
Exactly.
And that Hammer Kong is 2,000 defense too.
So it's like,
it's pretty
I have
slick.
to work for it. So with this, I'm gonna start with the tour guide to go straight into my combos. Hopefully you don't have anything to stop this.
I don't. So
well, I also have the Kagamucha as well.
So Ash Blossom wasn't gonna work either.
No,
so yeah,
it
you're pretty good off, man.
Correct. So here I'm going to go ahead and summon. I do believe I grabbed the Burning Abyss monster. I think it's Graph, if I remember correctly.
Graph is the normal part of this
Correct.
combo. So when you go tour guide with the Burning Abyss Phantom Knight, or just the Phantom Knight, because it only
so
plays
it looks like I don't have it in hand.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I get to summon it.
you typically want to go into Graph.
Correct.
Like, it's
you
really
want
only
that
3
extra
Burning.
summon,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get
It's
the
like,
Seer, and it's great. So here I'm going to use that tour guide in that Graph in order to summon Cherubini. One, I want to use the Burning Abyss while it's negated, and the tour guide, so it's not just live cards to attack. The Kagamucha, not so much worried about, because, well, the Graph is going to get me to summon the Seer, and that I can instantly link off, Exceed, I can just make my plays with.
This is typically a choke point too, though, like destroying the Cherubini before it can activate its effect. But since you have Kagamusha Knight on your side of the field,
super live.
you can send the Kagamusha, or to the graveyard for Cherubini to protect.
Exactly. So I'm going to summon this Seer, and I'm going to place it into a zone where Cherubini is pointing to, so that way it is protected and does not die because of the Kagamucha.
And this is another choke point.
Correct.
I can try to destroy the Cherubini, but it can send the Seer to the graveyard, and you can spell summon.
Graph,
or you can still, like,
exactly.
you can still extend past this. And with Cherubini, it seems you send Ragged Gloves, really smart move.
Yes.
You're protecting yourself from a lot of card effects right now.
Yes, like I said, I have to play this smart, and at this point, I just see that I need the resources as well as the protection.
Yeah, one false step can definitely spell your doom, but it looks like you're playing pretty well right now.
So I'm going to use the Cherubini and the Seer here in order to go into Rusty Bardish. Seer will activate, allowing me to get a Burning Abyss monster back to my side of the field, as long as you let that go through.
Yeah, I don't have any responses for that, so
No
go
call
ahead.
by the grave?
Nope. Go home. Go home. I'm tired of you.
So I believe I summoned the Cherubini. It's normal. Like, generally, you want that Link 2 monster in order to make like Link 3 plays, Link 4 plays, or even to just have a monster.
I do want to actually activate the effect of Zodiac Trident, targeting that Rusty Bardish.
That's completely fine.
Yeah, I can see it's completely fine, because I completely forgot about your Ragged Graves in Graveyard.
That's going to send me my wings, and then my wings is going to get me my Rusty Bardish, and that's going to just allow me to continue since it's an ignition effect.
Yeah, so like, when I met protection from certain card effects, this is definitely one of those instances. If you would have sent Torn Scales,
exactly,
this would have been a lot harder of a combo to pull.
It would have been different, way different. So, like I said, I'm going to use those wings in order to summon the Rusty Bardish again, and then I'm going to activate the Rusty Bardish in order to send a Phantom Knights card, which is usually a cloak if you don't have it, or boots, but at the point that you already have those pretty much recycling themselves, it's just more resources.
Yeah, Torn Scale is another good target to be able to, and, I mean, you also got to remember, you do get to set a Phantom Knights card.
Correct. So here I'm going to send the Torn Scales, and I'm going to set the Fog Blade.
Yeah, you get to set free Phantom Knight card, you get to send a free Phantom Knight card. It's a Foolish Barrier and Reinforcement of the Army, all in one monster.
And it was free. So I'm gonna summon Boots here since I do control a Phantom Knights monster, and this is gonna open me up to even more plays since I have the extender. It looks like I'm gonna go ahead and use them for a Exceed summon, which will probably be the
has to be the Levier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely want to get that Ragged Gloves back. One, in order to use its effect again, and two, it's Phantom Knights monster, and it does amazing things. When it's Exceeded, it gives that Exceed monster 1,000 attack. So like, it's a really good card to have around.
And Levier actually allows you to almost play infinitely because you get to cycle so many of those resources back into the graveyard. And like,
exactly.
Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, even after you end your turn in most Phantom Knight plays, you end up with all of your Phantom Knight monsters back in the graveyard for the next turn.
most part. Maybe one or two are left in the banished zone, just depending on how big of a turn I had. But yes, essentially, I'm recycling so many of them.
I gotta say, you're pulling off an amazing board.
So I'm going to use this Torn Scales here in order to discard a card and then send a card. So not only does this deck play Rusty Bardish, which is a reinforcement, and a Foolish Burial, I play a second copy of Foolish Burial by being able to discard a card, which I want cards in the graveyard.
You play 2 Foolish Burials.
So I'm going to summon Breaksword here. This is really, really good for me because now I'm going to be able to get rid of a card, and I'm pretty much protected in this point.
And the effect of Rusty Bardish can destroy a free card on the side of the field because you summoned an Exceed monster to where it points to.
Exactly.
You're going to destroy a Cosmic Cyclone, unfortunately, but I'm just going to shotgun it right here.
Honestly, perfectly fine at this point. The Fog Blade probably does not matter too much as I'm just trying to secure game here.
Okay, I like your Nightmare Unicorn target. You can't hit my Zoodiac Trident right now, which means Unicorn will be forced to send the Hammerkong back into the deck.
Yes.
That's one less hurdle you're going to have to deal with. That Breaksword is 3,000 attack, but I have a strong feeling you're not going to let the Breaksword just sit on the board.
It's not going to just sit there.
Okay, so here it goes, Breaksword's effect.
Yep, I'm going to target the Breaksword and your monster, which would then allow me to summon 2 monsters, and from there I would go into Dark Rebellion.
Rebellion, yeah, after you summon your 2 Phantom Knight monsters, they do become level 4. You're restricted into only summoning dark monsters, but there are so many great dark Exceeds in this Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Dark Rebellion, Evil Swarm Nightmare, if I remember correctly.
Evil Swarm Nightmare is pretty good.
Those cards are really good and very powerful against Zoodiacs in this current form right now.
Correct.
So you're going to get Phantom Knight's Gloves and Torn Scale. Kind of doesn't matter because both of those monsters will be sent right back to the graveyard.
Exactly.
Even links like IP Masquerena and stuff. Oh, a Fog Blade in graveyard.
I have the Fog Blade in graveyard. And I'm going to summon...
bringing back the Breaksword.
Yep.
This is definitely game right here. You're going to have...
the Dark Rebellion.
Over 8,000 damage. I'm going to go ahead and soup it up. Going into game 2, if you guys like the mat that you see, I just want to give a shout out to Imperium Duelist. Use the code CaliEffect10 off to receive 10% off your entire purchase. I'm going to set 2 cards face down and pass it to you.
So I'm going to start out with the Torn Scales.
Did I say pass it to you? I actually have something. I'm going to book a moon your Phantom Knight Torn Scales. I don't want that card to be doing
Is this 2008, sir?
This is definitely 2008.
This is going to be rough. All right. So I'm going to pass my turn as I have nothing else to follow up with.
Unfortunately, I did not open a Zoodiac monster, but I am going to have the Fire Formation tanking.
Doesn't matter. Ash.
It actually does matter. I have the Triple Tactics talent to follow up. Feeling that you didn't have any, like, follow-up after your what's the name, I'm going to use Tactics to draw 2. I feel like either you have a ton of extenders or a ton of hand traps, which means Tactics isn't going to help me regardless.
But you should have looked at my hand.
I needed Zoo cards. I'm going to start off by normal summoning Zoodiac Ratpier, using its effect to send 1 Zoodiac card and Zoodiac Ram from my deck to the graveyard. I hope you don't have Nibiru, because I'm going to be doing quite the summoning.
Well, we'll find out.
I'm going to use the Zoodiac Ratpier into a summon of Zoodiac Borbo. And now Zoodiac Borbo is going to make Zoodiac Chakanine. Chakanine's effect will activate, detaching the Borbo to be able to special summon the Zoodiac Ram from my graveyard to my side of the field. And now I'll use the Zoodiac Chakanine for another Exceed summon into Zoodiac Trident. Zoodiac Trident will activate its effect, detaching the Chakanine to destroy the Ram, triggering the Ram's effect to special summon the Zoodiac Chakanine but to my side of the field. I'm like 1,000% confident. I'm at 5 summons. You got that Nibiru yet?
I might just be waiting till the end.
Okay, so we're going to make Borbo, Hammerkong, and now we're going to make the Tiger Motor. Anything? Yeah, boy.
You got me.
I got you?
Yeah, I got that.
Now we're going to use the effect of Tiger Motor, detaching the Chakanine to be able to equip the Zoodiac Ram to the Dryden. I need that Zoodiac Dryden to have a big booty. I'm sorry. I need that 2,000 defense.
This is looking really rough right now.
Extremely, because Tiger Motor with 0 attack is going to attack. I'm going to activate Whiptail. I'm going to take 400 damage. Butcher, Phantom Knight's tier scale gets banished. I have 4 material under my Zoodiac Target Mortar and a XE monster battled. So I'm going to make Divine Arsenal AA Zeus the Sky Thunder.
Say that 5 times fast.
Divine Arsenal Zeus the Sky Thunder. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus the Sky Thunder. I didn't even say it right the first time. just go, all right? It's going to be a 4 material Divine Arsenal, which means I'll be able to send cards from the field to the graveyard twice, as well as a Zoodiac Dryden with 2,000 defense and 1 disruption on its own.
So I'm going to start out with this reinforcements of the army. I really need to get into my plays. I need that Torn Scale. It was rough losing it, so I'm just going to search it again.
Okay, I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. I know you have a ton of extenders, so I'm going to have to play this one out.
Do I?
I mean, look, you didn't hand trap me at all, so I'm like 1,000% sure.
Ash you.
I mean, you did, but you didn't hand trap me after that. So I'm pretty confident you have just a ton of extenders.
Maybe.
So it looks like you're going to use Torn Scale to send the Libic. Okay.
Yes.
That looks like an extender.
It was. The Libic was pretty dead in my hand. I don't think I had another Burning Abyss in my hand, and realistically at this point, the way my hand was structured, it was the best card to get rid of.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm also going to send the Ancient Cloak, which, as you guys know, will be able to search me a Phantom Knights card from my deck to my hand. But I already have the boots, so I'm just going to summon it.
It looks like you had another extender.
Did I?
I mean, there's the boots. But I'm going to use Zoodiac Dryden's effect. I'm going to detach 1 material. And lost a little bit in thought. I'm going to destroy the boots. I know if you make Breaksword, I can't destroy it with Zoodiac Dryden. So I have to preempt.
And you made a really smart choice there, because if you destroyed the Torn Scales, I'd be able to just banish the cloak and summon it back. And then I'm back in the same position anyway.
All right, yeah, so we can't have that happen. I don't want you to get a boot search, but
correct.
You know, it looks like you're going to get a cloak search.
That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and search Stained Greaves. I'm just trying to set up for further, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate the Foolish Burial here.
It looks like you're playing really well.
Well, my thought process was I didn't want to activate the Foolish Burial too early in case you dried into my Torn Scales. Then I would have a free summon back.
Okay. So now the boots is going to help you out anyways, because you sent the Torn Scales. You'll be able to summon it to your side of the field.
Yep.
And you'll be able to have a Phantom Knight's Fog Blade in your hand.
Exactly.
I'm not liking that because, again, if you make Breaksword, I'm just not feeling it. It's not the move. I feel like I'm going to have to use Divine AA Zeus's effect. I'm going to detach the Borbo and the Zoodiac Whiptail to be able to send all cards on the field to the graveyard.
This is unfortunate because one of my Torn Scales are going to be banished, but the other one will go to the graveyard. I'm just going to go ahead and set a card and pass my turn.
I really wanted to keep my board. Like, as you can see, I was like, wait, hold on, time out.
Yes.
I had to remember, it sends all cards, so
correct.
I had to get rid of my board too. So you do have a card face down. We already know what it is. It's a Fog Blade. I don't like that. Yeah. So I'm going to have to detach 2 materials to send all cards from the field to the graveyard again.
Really rough because this puts you in a good position to start your turn.
Yeah, so you do have that Revival in the grave. I'm going to have to show you an overwhelming presence of monsters just to be able to finish this game off.
Correct.
So I'm going to start off with a Pot of Avarice, really good Pot of Avarice here, as I'll be able to shuffle in a Dryden, a Tiger Mortar, a Hammerkong, a Zoodiac Rat Pier. Oh man, I have like every monster in the graveyard to be able to shuffle to draw 2. And my last card of choice is going to be a Zoodiac Borbo to get 2 additional resources to my hand. It's not looking good.
For me.
I mean, yeah, it's looking great for me. I'm obviously.
Yeah,
it don't look good for you.
Yeah, I have literally 1 card in hand, I believe, or 2. And I'm sitting with no board.
Yeah, so you're leaving yourself wide open. Again, you do have that Fog Blade in graveyard, but depending on the board I make, I feel like, because you're a smart player, we're not going to be here to waste anybody's time. Fog Blade won't matter if I make a board good enough.
Well, it wouldn't even matter prior to passing my turn either, because it would have only got me 1 monster, and unfortunately, if you make a good enough board like you made the point, it's not going to do much.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add that Zoodiac Thoroughblade with a Zoodiac Fire Formation Tenki. I'm going to normal summon the Thoroughblade and send a combo to my hand. Oh, man.
This only gets more rough.
I'm going to give you a heads up. I have 4 Zoos in grave.
Can I pick cards up here now?
I mean, if you want to. I think it looks like you want to write this out. So with the Thoroughblade, I'll be able to exceed summon. I have not made any Zoodiac monsters this turn. We're going to summon Zoodiac Borbo, and then immediately into the Zoodiac Chakanine. Chakanine will detach 1 material to be able to summon a Zoo to my side of the field. We'll spell summon Zoodiac Ram, and it looks like I don't even care about the Fog Blade, as I'll use the Chakanine for an exceed summon into my Zoodiac Dryden? Question mark? Maybe. Yeah, no, it looks like we're gonna make the Tiger Modar to detach to add the Zodiac Whiptail. Yeah, this is not looking good. That is a 2800 attack Tiger Modar on the side of the field.
How does it even get that big?
It just does. Zodiac Dryden is going to hit the field, and Dryden's effect will destroy the Zodiac Ram, triggering its effect to spell summon another monster to the side of the field. That's going to be the Zodiac Chakanine. And now Zodiac Chakanine can be used for an Exceed summon into Vespinato. So this is a good enough board.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop it.
I genuinely think it does not matter. You saw Zodiac combo in Graveyard, more Zeus, more draw, more advantage. I know, you know I have hand traps. Everybody knows I have hand traps at this point.
It was rough, but I'm gonna start out with the Torn Scales and the Kagamusha, which is going to allow me to just make my plays.
Okay.
So I'm gonna discard. It looks like a Rag Gloves here, which is amazing because I'm gonna send that Ancient Cloak, which right here pretty much sets me up for all my resources.
And it's going to be really hard to hand trap you with that extender.
I already had the boots in hand, which is just...
man. This is even rougher.
It's doom for you.
Yeah, this is even rougher. So, again, somebody that Cherubini to wear the boots points to.
Exactly. And the fact that you can't just outright do anything to my Cherubini other than like negate its effect, you can't destroy it, which makes it even better.
Well, negating its effect will be trash because sending to the graveyard is costly.
Exactly.
It's like, it's ridiculous.
So I'm going to summon a Seer here, and I'm going to put that Seer to a arrow that Cherubini points to. The Seer was definitely summoned off of that graph that I sent from the Cherubini, but the Seer is going to activate and summon that Cherubini back for me. And I'm going to summon the Rusty Bardish, which will activate here as well.
This is really good because in case if you do get Nibiru right now, you'll be able to have 2 trap cards. Like if I Nibiru you right now, your Nibiru will be a pretty healthy attack. Unfortunately, we in defense, but at least you'll have double Fog Blade, potentially double.
I could have 3, I believe, because Boots would be able to search as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Boots and the
Cloak.
So 2.
Well.
Cloak can't search Fog Blade.
Correct. Yes, my bad.
So you'd have. I mean, you actually probably could extend. As it looks like you're gonna add the.
That is the one that it can have.
Okay, I'm seeing you use Cloak to add Brigandine.
And then Torn Scales to summon itself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Exceed into, I believe it's the Levier. I want to bring back that Ancient Cloak all the time.
Oh man, this is gonna reset your graveyard and put you with a really good board.
Exactly. So I'm gonna summon the Ancient Cloak and attack, and then I'm gonna summon a Wielder that I had from my hand as I just have an infinite number of extenders.
Extenders today, man. What are you doing?
I'm gonna summon that IP Masqueranum with both the Ancient Cloak and that Wielder.
Oh, this is not looking good for me, man.
So I set the Brigandine and then activated the Brigandine as I have no trap cards in my graveyard.
You're a liar. You have wings in graveyard. You gotta have something. Oh, come on.
I haven't even gotten there yet.
You're gonna go into Link Spooter. And now Spider plus the Levier into Bird.
Correct. Which is going to allow me to send this Red Eyes Dragon Fusion. Red Eyes Fusion would be the worst name for that card. Red Eyes Fusion, and which will allow me to go into that.
Red Eyes Dark Dragoon.
Thank you.
I keep thinking Destiny and Dragoon.
Yes.
You keep thinking.
I keep mixing them up, and
us
I don't know
old school players, man. I don't even know why we think Destiny and Dragoon like it was a hyper competitive card.
Man. Well, I mean. There was the boy.
Hey, yeah, it was my boy Bowden. And now Boots to add wings to your hand. This is going to be a really tough board. You have possibly a 3 negation Apollousa, 4 negates with the Dragoon, another disruption with your Fog Blade, 5 disruptions, but more importantly, you have a reloaded graveyard.
Exactly.
So it's going to be hard to break this board. No hand traps from me. I couldn't stop that. I'm going to start off with Cosmic Cyclone to destroy your face down.
Honestly, that's perfectly fine.
I got to give you, I do like your discipline. You didn't shotgun IP Masquerade.
Yeah, it wouldn't be smart as it would just leave me open to so much, and it would just allow you to then kind of just draw out the Apollousa.
Now I'm going to force the Apollousa. As I summon Thoroughblade, attempt to enter battle phase, you have to use the IP.
I can't lose the IP. I don't want to be attacked over a 500 Cherubini. Like, it does not. It's not.
So now that Thoroughblade is forced the Apollousa, I'm going to use Triple Tactic Talent to try to snatch that Dragoon.
But I'm going to discard the wings that I just searched.
That's perfectly fine because now the big boys get to play. I'm going to activate Fire Formation Tenki.
Don't I wish I have an Ash?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you had an Ash 6, that would be amazing. So playing through this Apollousa disruption is not going to be very hard for me at all. Like, it's actually free. I like that you had it. Unfortunately, I did have the Tenki. Yeah. So it's like,
it just kind
sometimes it just happens. I'm going to make Zodiac Borbo to my side of the field. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the Zodiac Drum Guy, and then the Chakanine onto, thank you, the Chakanine onto the Tiger Motor. I don't know why I forgot his name. And I'm going to activate Zoodiac Whiptail. You can negate with Apollosa, but it's not a once per turn.
Okay.
And Apollosa doesn't destroy.
I'm okay.
So using that, it looks like I have a 2900 attack Tiger Motor, which will now be able to attack into the Apollosa Bowl of the Goddess and then banish it.
Yes, which honestly, it's pretty much fine. I would rather that kind of happen than to,
Yeah, all right, I'm going to finish up with a 6 material Zeus. How you feel about that? 2 is going to be used right now.
You could have just told me that you was going to do that.
Bro, you can't win. No cards left in hand. You can search whatever you want. You can summon whatever you want. But Zeus has double send to the graveyard. Right?
All right, man. Look, I ain't never said this before, but I definitely got the heart of the cards.
You ain't got no heart. Bro, you lost.
I got the heart of the cards. Bro.
I have all of... Bro,
look,
you can get this
I'm
work.
a Yugi in here.
You're not Yugi.
I'm going Yugi up in here.
Okay, draw your last pathetic card, TJ.
Right.
And you never win on top of that. Like, why are we even here?
I just won the last round.
No. Hashtag TJ never wins. Put hashtag TJ never wins in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. We know it never happens. So I'm going to
draw this card.
All right, what you got?
I
scoop it up.
Have the Emperor. How do you feel about that? I told you, I got the heart of the cards.
Okay, this game is obviously rigged.
Rigged?
This game is obviously rigged.
I didn't draw Exodia, bro.
You didn't draw... No, this game is obviously... I mean, come on. We don't even...
I played 3 impermanents. It's not impossible. What are you talking about,
That's like the only card in your deck that you could have drawn to actually come... I still can play.
You can still play?
I can still win. I can still win.
Well, I'm going to go for game here. I'm really trying for it.
Yikes. Okay, so...
like, I have no choice but
I saw Cloak to add Boots.
Yep.
Summon Scale, correct. Summon Boots.
Use Wings to summon Stained Greaves, I believe, here. Because I believe I only have Ragged Gloves, and I don't want to lose the Ragged Gloves.
Yeah, you don't want to force its effect to give you 1,000. Okay.
Exactly.
That's fair.
So, I'm going to summon Levier here, which will get me back my Ancient Cloak, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. You always want to bring back that Ancient Cloak. It's so good.
It's really
so good. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Boots here.
Oh, that's really cool, because now you can activate the effect of your Torn Scale.
Exactly.
Because you'll have a card in hand to discard.
And I'm going to go ahead and search that Fog Blade.
And it's a Monster Reborn.
Exactly.
That is dope. It is an extender. I got to give it to you.
Exactly.
This is some big brain right here. This is some big brain.
I'm also going to send another copy of Boots just to have in the graveyard. I don't want to use the Ragged Gloves if I don't have to, but...
Yeah.
Sometimes it just be like that. I might have to, I might not, but we'll find out here.
Fogblade is into Rusty Bartage. It's
yes.
big brain right now. He's cooking right now.
I mean, I have to.
And then he uses the Cloak effect to switch to defense.
Yes, I did.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Are you going to be able to...
This is exactly why you always bring back the Ancient Cloak.
Oh, man. It looks like you're going to use both the Cloak and the Torn Scales for a Break Sword.
And then I'll be able to use the Bardish effect to hit your back row. And then I can use the Break Sword. Yeah. Okay. And then I can use the Break Sword to get rid of the Zeus, which will allow me to bring back 2 monsters, and that will bring me
level 4.
Exactly, which will get me to my Dark Rebellion.
Oh man, look, I hate that you're popping off, but it's so cool to see that the Phantom Knight deck finally be realized as a true deck by itself.
It is really good.
And it's powerful. That Dark Rebellion XE, man, that's enough for game. Really only have 7,000.
35. The Bardish, I think, is 26, and then
29? Because it gave
21 plus. Oh yes, 29.
Yeah, so it's 29.
And then Levier would be
18. I'm pretty confident that's enough for game.
Yeah.
And Phantom Knights, just like that, move on to the next round. They'll be playing against a pretty formidable deck. I want to know who will win. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We have so much more of the YCS Fall Cup, as well as other tournaments that you guys should be watching. Make sure to check out these other videos that you see. TJ, always a pleasure to have you here, man.
Great to play with you, bro.
And I will catch you guys on the next video.